Hi, I'm Lee Pope with Brown's Oil Service, Vice President.
My name is Jamie Deere. I'm the Operations Manager here at Brown's Oil Service.
Brown's Oil Service is a distributor of diesel fuels, gasolines. We're a branded Marathon lubricant. Our customers range from dirt mover contractors, building constructors, landscapers, anything that pretty much uses any kind of fuel.
Before Cogent came in, we kind of ran the business off our gut instinct. We just did what we thought was right. We're a family-owned business, and none of us really had any direction on how to run a business. We just needed some guidance. We needed some structure, and we needed to be a little bit more professional. And I think that's where they helped us out the most.
The product that Cogent offered was something that we were really in need for, in a nutshell. The product being a total reorganization of the business from its core right out to the fingertips.
When Cogent came in, they brought in Vince, and Vince established a weekly meeting that I think was just more helpful than anything. Once a week, we would all sit down, our core group of people, and we would discuss problems. We would discuss things that needed to be discussed. That actually brought everybody up to another level because it made everybody feel important, and everybody was already important. But when you bring us all together and we're allowed to make decisions and allowed to talk about it when everybody's all in the same room at once, that was just huge. That was just the greatest thing.
Organizational structure we put in place from, again, our core right out to the end, because roles really weren't established and what each role entails. So we put that 100% into this. We had people that had job titles, but very vague. This etched it in stone what everybody's job description is, what everybody does. No questions anymore on who's in control of this, who does this, what anybody's job is. So we put that in place that we'll use from here on out.
Vince kind of steered me in the direction of, let's come up with KPIs, key performance indicators. And I had no clue what that meant. Matter of fact, I couldn't even say it first week. And so Vince worked with me to generate numbers that we already had. They were in our inventory program. We just didn't know what to do with these numbers. And Vince came in, and with Excel and a few days of going over numbers, we were able to project what our next week's gonna look like. We were able to tell from one week to another whether or not we were having a good week or a bad week, or whether or not, and this is probably the most important thing, whether or not we were profitable or not that week.
I now have, on a weekly basis, a report from 7 entities within our company that tell me where we're at on all these departments, whereas before, seat of the pants. But now I know right where we're at on all of our topics. We do a follow-up from the previous meeting, so we know where we left off there, what's been recapped, what's been done there, is it followed up, is it done? And then we get on with our current agenda for that week and where we're going to head with that the following week.
We knew there were problems and changes that needed to be made, and with Cogent coming in, they get everybody to listen. They get everybody to understand how important this is. And that's probably the number one thing, is we all look at this business in a totally different light.
So what we've taken from Cogent is going to enable us to grow where I think at a rate faster than we would have, and with some organization.
We've seen so many good changes over the last 11 weeks, and something I keep wondering is, are we going to continue to operate at the level we're operating now? And I think it's very important that Cogent follows up with us and stays in touch with us. And that is part of their program, is to not leave us hanging at the end of 11 weeks, but they come back, they check in periodically, and we're looking forward to that.
I would recommend Cogent without a second thought to anybody who is questioning their ability or just how their company's being ran. I would suggest Cogent.